Welcome to episode 1 of our story mission 327% XP playthrough. So let's go ahead and get the timer started and we will talk through what this means as we get going. So in this playthrough we are only going to be doing story missions. We will pick up any kind of lore objects and different things like that. But the goal here is to get through the planets as fast as we can, maximize our experience, and see how things go. So the first thing you'll notice is I went ahead and spacebarred through the missions. Let's go ahead and get our buffs going. And we are going to skip through as much as we can. So we're not even going to fight these guys. We don't have to. We'll see if Nico kills them. But our goal is to just try to get the XP for the class missions. We will try to do the bonus missions if they're attached to a class. So I guess we will go ahead and kill a few guys in here since that one popped up. Now you will notice that due to the extreme amounts of XP we're generating, it does not take long to get through these low level. So we've already hit level 2. And there's level 3. Alright. We're going to go ahead and head up to the fort. So there are missions down here. We're going to skip pretty much everything along the way there. And so the goal here is to maximize our experience. So what are we doing? Well, it is a double experience event. So we've got our normal experience and double experience kicked in. I am wearing a set of armor that generates another 50%. Then we have a buff that I probably should have applied. There we go. That's another 25%.
Sergeant, good nasty fight out here.
Then we have our guild bonus that gives us 15%. And a 7% for the ship. I think that's all of them. Alright, so we do want to do a little bit of data collecting. I've run this first mission in all kinds of different configurations. And so I want to see how much this full version is going to give me. So the base for a subscriber on this mission is 1,380 experience. And so let's see just how much more we get when we do it with all of these buffs applied. So let's take a look. So instead of 1,380, we got 11,665 for that mission. So you can see just how fast we're ripping through the levels here. All right. Now I purposely didn't turn in some stuff outside because I do want to make sure that I could get a read on that exact mission right there. All right, so we'll go ahead and clean these little things up now. There is a lore object over here. We'll go ahead and take the time to grab that one because these lore objects are generating a few hundred, 800 experience for that one. And we will finish up by visiting our class trainer here because I'm sure we've got some skills that we can pick up. So there's another 7,000. We'll go ahead and train here. And we'll start to put these down on our actual bars below. Now I played troopers on some of my other characters, so I've already got places that I like to have those particular items, so we're gonna go ahead and put those there. A little bit of muscle memory kicks in. There is a second series that I'm recording that will have all of the missions done. So in that one we don't skip all of this stuff. We actually do every mission on the planet and we see how far or how many planets it takes to get to level 75. In this playthrough though, our goal is to try to get through just the class missions and see how fast we can level. I'm not 100% sure which way will be faster. We'll compare that at the end. So we're going to go ahead and drop down here, pick up our class mission. And we're going to try to maximize our travel time. So one of the things that does slow us down is having to travel about. And so in this one, we know eventually we're going to have to come down here to Man-Up Point. All right, we know we're going to have to come down here, and we're already close to this area. So what we're going to do is, after we turn this mission in, we'll go ahead and drive down there in order to unlock the quick travel point. That way what we can do is we can actually just quick travel when we get to that section. All right, let's go ahead and finish up the mission here. Now, I do have a choice here. I suppose I could just quick travel out of here and avoid the combat at the end of this mission. But I think unlocking Man-Up Point will actually be a better use of our time. So we'll just kill these guys down here. Probably could have just ran out as well. Alright. So we're going to cut out the back door here. Hopefully these guys don't attack us. And now we're going to cut up the coast and get over to Man-Up Point. So, is this saving any time? I'm not 100% sure. You know, I think it's a little quicker since we're already have driven this far to go ahead and unlock this area. But it's hard to say. That probably didn't help. We'll let Nico take care of him. Alright. So we're going to just shoot down the coast here. If you are looking for datacrons, one of the datacrons is out there on the beach that you can get. There is a gold champion level boss there that you have to kill, but it's not too terribly hard. Alright, so that should unlock our travel point. So now we can go ahead and quick travel to here when we need to. Let's get ourselves back, turn in this mission, and see where we're going to go. So as we play through these two different styles, the story mission and the everything mission, one of the things we're going to do is try to collect the amount of XP generated roughly every 15 minutes. We're going to chop these up into half-hour episodes, and then we'll just see which way generates XP faster. For the conversations, you'll notice that we're working our way through them relatively quickly. So I'm just hitting spacebar, and I'm only selecting option 1. Option 1, just as a default, lets me get through everything quickly. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this mission. Now, some of these missions will have combat that we'll have to do. I have unlocked a companion just so I have healing. That'll speed me up a little bit. Once we pick up Eric as our companion, we'll probably run with him all the way through. The other reason I use the number 1 as the choice is he tends to like it, which builds companion influence, which actually increases his effectiveness. So that is actually a good thing as well. Alright, so I saw that spawn down there. We're going to try to get up here. Get this one before the spawn comes in. One of the things that can impact your speed of getting through things is has somebody else come through ahead of you and actually killed things out. Now, it's a good thing if you don't need to kill things. It's a bad thing if, for whatever reason, you actually need a number of kills for a mission or something along those lines. Alright. I don't see anything for the bonus there, so we're gonna go ahead. Let's see if these guys give us the bonus. Yep. Okay. We should be able to knock these guys out pretty quick. We'll grab the bonus. One more set. Alright, what's that give us? Yeah, another 9,000. Alright, back to the commander. Alright, 10 minutes in. We are level 9. So going relatively quickly. So once we turn this one in, we can head down to our next section, which I believe is Mana Point. So if you're into the story, I like the stories of the Old Republic. I think they're worth participating in and having fun with. So skipping them is purely for this. Okay. Something we haven't done yet. Let's go ahead and pick up these titles. They do give us some experience. 300 apiece, it looks like. 353. I believe that one's a duplicate. So even though it's still glowy, I don't think it's going to let us use it. But we'll give it a try. I left it in there just in case. But the one above it was also the same. Yeah, there we go. So it's not going to let us do that one. Alright, so now that we'll double check our map to be sure, but we got to head down to Mana Point. But since we've already visited that, now we don't have to drive down there. So hopefully that was longer than that run that we did. So again, skipping the missions. Just want to get up and get the class mission done. So this one for the trooper is actually relatively quick because you don't have to go deep into the complex. When you're doing all the missions, you have to work your way deeper into there. Looks like we got somebody else working their way through, clearing out enemies for us. So that's nice. Alright, in we go. Looks pretty active today. So we'll avoid as much of this combat as we can and work our way in. So if you want to watch, I actually created a setup video that talks about how I've set the characters up. Both characters are essentially identical. The only thing different is their names. That way we can compare it in an apples to apples type of comparison. Alright, in we go. So I think we'll be able to get through this mission, and then we'll take a 15-minute mark reading. Probably need to train at some point. Sure, we've picked up some new skills. Because I do miss a lot of the higher end skills. Probably have our area attack. We need to grab that. So we'll do that after this combat. Alright. So the nice part is we have a little portable trainer here. Let's grab that and that. There it is. So these area attacks make life a whole lot easier. So we'll grab those and throw those down there. We'll throw our stun down here and we got our incapacitation. So since we went ahead and picked that up, the other thing we're going to pick up is this, which gives a 25% damage increase to our Halo bolts, and that should speed us up. Now, unfortunately, as a trooper, you don't have the largest circle for these. The smuggler and agent is much larger. But that definitely does the trick. All right, in we go. We'll go ahead and take our reading right here. So we are coming up on the 15-minute mark. We are level 13, and we are 920 XP towards level 14.
Telling ya, I heard black. He's just.
All right, we'll knock these guys out. Now, the other thing that I usually don't do is I'm not going to loot through a lot of this, because it just is another step of things you have to do, and that'll slow us down a little bit as well. All right. So we have 2 areas left. So it's looking good that we should be able to get through Ord Mantell in the first half hour. Get our way up to Fleet.
Sergeant, you ever get
Hopefully. There we go, level 14. Now, on this one we have to travel all the way out to the east side, I think is east. Nope, west side. So we have to travel out here. So what we're gonna do, since I don't have a travel point out there yet, I'm gonna grab one of these heroics. Because the heroics have a travel attached to them. And that way we don't have to take the speeder ride out there. Now the speeder ride probably would have been close to the same. But this way, we're already out here. Not sure if it was much quicker or not, but I think a little bit. Alright, so now we're kind of dependent on how fast can we loot these items. This is where if somebody else is out here killing stuff, it can slow you down. We'll see if we get a little bit lucky. See if that's the right one. Awesome. All right, now we're also going to do a little bit of pre-planning here. We're going to try to come up here and hopefully get ourselves close enough that we unlock our travel point over here. Because if we can do that, probably should have went the other way. But I think you can get up in here, maybe. There we go. So did that give it to us? Yep, so now we have our travel point here. And just since we're here already, we'll go ahead and grab this speeder, because our mission turn in is actually up here. So we were right here. So instead of running to the village, we ran down here, and then that gives us a travel point for when we have to go to the volcano. So again, we're trying to maximize travel. One of the things that will probably get us the most is travel time. That's one of my worries about this version. In the full planets, when we're clearing every mission on a planet, you end up just running from section to section because you have to pick up the missions along the way. On this one, since we're doing less in each area, the travel is, I think, more crucial, because the amount of time you spend traveling, you get less payoff for each area. On the plus side, we're actually generating more experience because we're getting the 30% boost. The 30% boost only goes on the class and exploration experience. So all my other ones didn't actually count. All right. Back, and then I think we are ready to finish Ord Mantell. So we've got 10 minutes left. I think we can get it done and get ourselves to fleet within episode 1. If you have any tips or tricks on how you level fast, be happy to hear them. Go ahead and drop a comment or down below. I'll also include my Discord and Twitter information in the description, so if you want to reach out that way, that is fine as well. All right. Alright, we are going to do this little mission though. So this item modification, does it count as story mission? I'm not sure. It came from the story quest, so we are going to count it. Plus it gives us another weapon, which is definitely nice to have. One of the worries I do have on this version is we are going to progress up the levels of the areas and the planets a lot quicker than we will if we're just spending a lot of time on a single planet. So will my gear keep up? I'm hoping the story mission drops will keep us geared up. Now, one thing that we do have to worry about is the armor that I'm wearing has no items in it. So it's only rated at an 8. As we progress up, we're going to be over leveled, hopefully, through most of this. Will that be enough to offset the combat? Story mission combat usually isn't that difficult, so if I can get away with not upgrading the armor, I will do it. At some point, we may just have to hit a vendor and buy the armorings, the modifications, and the enhancements in order to keep our gear up to speed. Alright, we're going to skip through as much of this as we can. There are going to be some areas we have to do combat. We'll see if that gives us I don't think there's a bonus mission. Doesn't look like it. I did hit a conquest goal. One of the other things that'll be nice is because I am gilded up here, is we will actually get a pretty decent little bump in experience when we make conquest. Probably shouldn't have done that. Wasted my rocket boost. Alright, get these guys cleared out. And in we go. Alright, 7 minutes left. I'm pretty sure we can get through. Oh, we missed the elevator. Pretty sure we can get through this in the time left. Alright, we're waiting for the elevator. Will he ride the elevator with us? Alright, we'll sort those in a second. Did he ride? Nope, he did not ride the elevator. Alright. So as we're running, we'll try to sort some of these out on our bar. And we do as much as we can to try to keep ourselves in motion. I have to look at my guide to make sure I'm putting these in my right spots. I don't remember where I put that one. Okay, so we do have a healer, and these missions aren't designed to be overly hard. One thing we do want to be careful of, though, is you don't want to run in here and pull the entire group. you know, all the different spawns together. It still can cause some problems, especially if you have these higher difficulty mobs in here. So we'll be a little bit cautious coming through here. Once we get a little bit higher, sometimes you can pull together groups, line of sight them around a corner, and burn them down with the area attack, and that can make things a little bit quicker, which is kind of nice. But being dead does slow down progress, so we're going to try to avoid that if we can. I also like that mortar volley. Since we're doing story missions, we'll be fighting a lot of these normal levels, and it does knock them down, so they're not doing damage to you as well. Alright, 5 minutes. I think we can get through this.
You did it. Thank you, sir.
Alright, so now it's mostly about how many spawns can we avoid to get to the end. Because everything between us and the last bit here is side missions. This is where, so there usually are some mobs up here. Looks like somebody's running through ahead of us. Yep, that is a good thing. It'll save us a little bit of combat. So that'll speed us up a little bit as well. In we go. Alright, so we are at 26 minutes. Alright, we got a blocker. Football reference.
Look at me, helping.
I wish the speeder worked in here. It would make life a little easier, but the nice part is the rocket boost at least gives you the ability to speed up some. Cooldown's only, I think it's a 30-second base cooldown, so 27.8 seconds between uses, so that does speed you up a little bit. So far, so good. So obviously we're not generating XP here, so, you know, if we were mapping the XP out minute by minute, this part is going to hurt the class only mission, because in the full run, you know, I'm fighting things, we're doing missions along the way, and that actually makes running through a big open area like that a little more XP lucrative. So, alright, now we will have to fight in here. Can't remember if these are bonus missions or not. Nope. So it's just a matter of getting there. So we will avoid these spawns if we can. But I think we end up having to fight most of these guys just because of where they're placed. Now you could make an argument that for some missions, this one would probably qualify. If you did this with a stealth character, you could actually skip through sections like that, and it would make it a little bit quicker as well. Alright. One more combat. We'll turn this one in, and it looks like we will start episode 2 going to Fleet. I missed him. Wish that circle was bigger. Alright, back we go. Alright, so as we come into our last minute of episode 1, we should be able to turn in this final mission, which will give us our orders to go to Fleet. Pretty good timing. Ord Mantell in 30 minutes. Not sure if all the planets will go that quickly. The starter planets are a little bit smaller. Like I said, the travel times is what worries me the most. Alright. So there we go. So let's go ahead and We'll jump out here. We will call this good. So thank you for watching episode 1. We are at the end of episode 1. Let's go ahead and pause our timer. We are level 19. We have 28,984 XP towards 20. Hopefully this is informative. At the end, we're going to do some comparison videos of the differences between the class-only missions and the clear everything on the planet versions, and see how the XP compares, not only on a planet-by-planet basis, but from a just time, so every 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in episode 2.